you okay?
Yeah, my head's just throbbing.
Yeah, so is my ear. Hold on.
No, I'm fine.
It's not gonna hurt anything.
Annie, really, I'm fine.
Okay. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, let's just get going.
Alright. Yeah, sure. Elizabeth! Let's go! Do you want me to turn around, babe?
It's nothing, just a little headache.
What's wrong, Daddy?
Daddy doesn't feel well, honey.
I'm fine, honey. What? No, I'm fine.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Cannon. I'm here to see a patient.
Dr. Cannon, right, of course. I'm Frank, I'm Ben's father. Dr. Pritchard said you'd be stopping by.
Dr. Pritchard didn't mention much, but I did a little research on my own. He was in a coma for 10 years?
2 in the hospital, 8 in another facility. It was a long time.
Well, it sounds like a miracle, Mr. Ellis. It's no doubt why Dr. Pritchard wanted us to meet.
Well, Dr. Pritchard said you might have, some answers to the stories that Ben's been telling.
Stories?
When Ben woke up last month, he said he'd been living the past decade like normal. He was married, he had a child. It was like the coma never happened.
Have the other doctors mentioned when his speech and mobility will come back?
There's no rehabilitation necessary, he said. He's walking, he's talking, he's doing just fine.
That's great. That's great news. Is he awake now?
Hey, Ben, this is Dr. Cannon.
David, please. Hello, Ben.
Would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, thank you.
Hey, Ben, talk to the doctor. He's here to help.
I won't take up much of your time. Do you mind if I record our conversations? It might help down the road if we continue meeting. Hmm? How long long have you been meeting with Dr. Pritchard? Would you like me to come back another day? Look, Ben, I know you've gone through a lot. Coming out of something like that has got to be tough. But I assure you, I'm here to help you. May I ask what you're drawing?
My wife.
You were married before the coma?
I haven't been in a coma. I was in a coma for about 2 weeks, over 10 years ago. Then I woke up.
What year do you think this is, Ben?
No, just go, man. I'm not up for this shit today.
I apologize. I didn't mean to upset you. This coma, you said it lasted 2 weeks. You remember why it happened?
I flipped my car.
Do you remember anything after that?
Look, I've explained all this to the other doctors. You can go ahead and ask them the ins and outs of all this if you'd like.
Well, explain it to me.
Um, 10 years ago, I was in a car accident. And I was in a coma for 2 weeks. It took me 6 months to learn how to speak. Another 10 months for me to walk on my own. And about a year to have a normal life again. 8 years ago, I was able to finally move on. I met a girl. I got married. I had a child. Then a month ago, I saw this strange crack in the sky. It was just as real as you are now, sitting across from me. It did something to my head. Then I woke up in a hospital, fresh from a coma that I was never in.
Ben, the mind can...
This wasn't some coma dream. This wasn't even a dream. It was my life. I didn't spend the past 10 years asleep in some hospital bed hooked up to a dozen goddamn machines. I lived a good life. A very good life. Quiz me then, come on. Ask me a question. Ask me something that happened in the past decade.
To ask you questions like that could be feeding this delusion. Besides, I'm here to help you. And anything I ask you about the last 10 years, you could have researched in the last 2 months. So I read in your file you were trying to enter the Euclid Academy of Arts before the crash?
I was. And I did. I graduated in 2009. And I also met Annie there.
May I see your drawing of her? She's beautiful. The drawing is too. Let's talk about your past month here in this life.
Not much to tell. Did Pritchard tell you I didn't require any physical therapy? That I woke up with the ability to speak still? How do you explain that?
I don't have an answer for that. It's a medical miracle. Well, just for the sake of argument, have you tried to look for your wife? I don't know how it was in your world, but here, most of us are just a web search away.
Annie wasn't much for social media. And I know that price seems very convenient to you, but it's the truth. One of the many things I loved about her.
Well, Ben, I was hoping to keep this initial meeting short, but I would like to meet with you again if that's possible.
Cannon, was it? Look, I told you, I've gone over this dozens of times with the other doctors. I know my own truth. Nothing will change that because it's the only truth I got. And if you refuse to believe that, then there's honestly no reason for us to be wasting each other's time. But if you do decide to come back, all I ask is come back with an open mind, because I have no reason to lie about any of this.
I will try to do that. It's very nice to meet you, Ben.
Hello?
Dr. Pritchard, it's David Cannon.
David, what can I help you with?
Well, I met with Ben Ellis today.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think?
You know, you could have given me a little more warning of what I was walking into. The reason I'm calling is physical state. 10 years in a bed, and he's almost completely mobile?
Damnedest thing, right? It goes further than that. He showed no signs of atrophy. Nurse even said he never even had as much as a bed sore throughout the years.
How is that even possible? I've known people to wake up after 5 years and start talking again pretty quick, but I've never heard of someone being able to walk that fast.
I was hoping you could answer that. I figure if he was having as vivid dreams as he said, there might have been a side effect of the heightened brain activity that allowed him to retain his speech. But being able to walk after a decade? I don't have a clue.
10 years, Bill. This kid should be brain dead.
Stranger things have happened. You said you're going to see him again?
Yeah, tomorrow or the day after next. Can you fax me your initial notes?
I'll have them to you in the morning. Don't go too far down the rabbit hole here.
I can't start over.
It's not quite starting over. You have a base here, something you can build on.
I've lost everything. What do I have here? I'm alone. It's miserable.
Did you struggle with depression before your accident? Or in your previous life?
Not before the accident, but after. Even years after. In my other life, yes, doctor. I mean, sometimes I wished I'd wake up in a different life. What kept me going was Annie and Liz. Now I don't even have that. I know Annie's out there somewhere. I know I can find her too, and I know I can make her fall in love with me again. I've already done it once.
What if she's satisfied with the life she has now, without you?
I don't have the strength to think about that. I mean, she's all I got. You take that away and I don't know.
Surely it's something you thought about before, finding her, only to find out that she's got a husband or family.
I can't let the universe stand between us. I can't lose her forever.
So a man's wife lands in a coma after...
Are you telling a joke?
So the guy's wife is in a coma after an accident. After a few years, the woman's doc calls and says, "Sir, your wife has woke up. She's in good health, but we have one problem." The guy says, "Yeah, what's that?" The doc says, "Well, she woke up thinking it's 1989. The guy thinks about it for a minute and he says, "Doc, you've done a great job. I'd shake your hand, but I'm not going to see you again." And the doctor asks, "You're not going to come down and see your wife?" And the guy says, "I didn't meet her till 1991.
They teach you that one at coma doctor school?
I thought you could use some levity."
So the joke about the husband giving up his wife is supposed to cheer up the guy who lost his wife?
Yes, you lost her. Maybe you can find her again.
Are you believing Dr. Cannon?
Not at the moment.
Are you married?
Not at the moment.
Divorced? Your fault. You've lost her. Maybe you can find her again.
I found her several times. She just didn't stick around.
Well, look at us, Doc. A couple of lovelorn schmucks. But maybe not for long in my case.
Hello?
Dr. Cannon, it's Ben Ellis. Hey, you were right. She's married to some loser, and that's why I couldn't find her. But now I have.
Your wife?
Well, it's Annie Waters, formerly Annie Hoffman. She exists.
Are you sure she's really your Annie?
Well, I won't know for sure until I get there.
Whoa, wait. You can't do that. She's not your wife. To her, you're just some stranger.
Dr. David, this is all I have. Look, we both know I'm going. I have to.
Well, just wait. I'll be by tomorrow morning. I'll take you.
Good. You'll see for yourself then.
Come on. You ready?
Yeah.
Come on, honey. Come on. You ready? Give me your mic.
Mrs. Waters?
What can we do for you?
Hello, I'm Dr. David Cannon. This is Ben Ellis. He's a patient of mine, and he...
Annie. I don't know how to explain this. I know it's gonna sound strange, but Annie, I'm your husband.
What the hell is this?
Something strange happened to me that took me away from the life we had. We met at school together. At Euclid, you were in a band, the White Ponies. You had like 2 shows and I went to both of them. You're afraid of heights and you've read every James Joyce novel. And your real name is Chelsea. And I know that makes you think because you never tell anybody that.
What the hell's going on, Annie?
I don't know, Hank. How could you possibly know all of that?
Look, I know this sounds insane, but I believe this man is telling the truth. He just woke up from a coma last month and...
Annie, please. There has to be some part of you that believes me. Look at me. Look at me. I love you.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but you need to go.
Annie, it's me.
Stop. I don't know who you are.
Go! Go!
I don't know how to explain what's happened here. It goes much further than my understanding. But I do know that I can't help you. This isn't what you want to hear, but you need to pick up what's left and move on. You're young. You can still have a happy life here. I know it won't be the same, but you can't waste the rest of the life you have. Take this advice. Nothing good can come from anything else.
Disappointing to me. They seem broken and mean. Yeah, everyone I meet, they seem ugly to me. They want to tear a strip off me, but I can see. I've been thinking about you. I've been living without you. Please hurry soon. Am I a fool to believe you? Will I be here to receive you? I need you soon. Every time I pray, I've got nothing to say. I must believe that I'm okay, yeah. And every time I sleep, I've been dreaming about you. I'm beginning to doubt you. You dream of me. And every time I fall, it's like expecting a call, but there's no one at all. 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been living without you. I need you soon. Am I a fool to believe you? Will I be there to receive you? I need you soon. Oh, I need you soon.
How did you find me?
I called your doctor.
What'd he tell you?
He let me listen to one of the recordings of your meeting. Figured you wouldn't mind.
Really? Well, what'd you think?
I haven't told anybody my real name since 3rd grade.
I know. I know because you told me a long time ago.
What's my favorite color?
That's easy, pink. But you flirt with yellow.
What did I want to be when I was growing up?
An astronaut, of course. Then an artist. And now a teacher.
All right. Look, you're either telling the truth or you're trying to steal my identity. Listen, I don't know what you're expecting here. I have a family.
I know showing up to your house was wrong, but I just miss you, plain and simple. I know better now. I love you too much to break apart the life you already have here.
I wish there was something more I could say.
There isn't. But that's okay.
Listen, I don't know. Maybe someday we can go and get coffee and see what all this means.
You'd want that?
I'm kind of curious to see how I turned out.
Well, I'd love to tell you.
Someday then.
Annie. It was really nice seeing you again. For the first time.